This is Dante Williams, and you watching
Dante's
Boxing Nation.
This is Showtime, Shawn Porter. Filipino Flash, Jesse Burns.
This is Al Bernstein. You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Hi, I'm Sugar Ray.
Chick Shape.
Search over last name,
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder,
My name is Gennady Golovkin.
and you're watching
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Hi, this is Julian Jackson, and this is Dante Boxing Nation.
This is Julia Jackson, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. All right.
Show up, get the popcorn, get your beer, hold your pee, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you just might miss it. It's one time, every time. KOs for life. Don't blink. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, I don't know what happened, Kenny, but hey, I just wanted to ask you about the sparring session that Keith Thurman leaked. What did you think about it?
I don't think anything about it. It's time for a fight, no longer time for hype. The sparring session was 2012. I could care less. I didn't look at it. There's nothing for me to think about. Do you really think that anything happened in 2012 is affecting us now? It's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
No, I hear you.
There was no. I didn't look at it. There was nothing to look at for me. There's absolutely. I didn't study any Keith Thurman fights. I didn't do it. I looked at a couple of highlights here there, but no, none of it means anything to me. I don't think you have anything going on that you did back in 2012 that's going to affect you in 2016.
I mean, but Kenny, but you don't want to study it. At least you don't think that kind of helps you out for the fight.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. The only thing that helps me out is making sure that everything that I needed to do and needed him to do correctly was done. So that was done.
Yeah. Okay. That's what.
That's the only thing about it. I don't know. If we sparred 2 months ago, if we sparred 3 months ago, if we even sparred last year,
Yeah.
I know if you sparred, which I did not, you probably saw a guy moving around a lot, right?
Well, actually, that's what I was going to talk to you about too. He actually didn't move around that much until later on. He did start to move a little bit more in the later rounds, but like the first 3 rounds, it looked like he was standing in front of Shawn. So,
Okay, so do you actually think he put up something that was gonna make him look bad? I wouldn't think he would put up anything that made him look bad. I didn't see it. But if I was the one putting up something, I would definitely clip it up and make it look like something that made me look good. So I didn't see it. I didn't have an interest in it. Didn't matter to me one way or the other. Only thing that matters is what happens when he gets hit in his mouth on Saturday night. The only thing that matters is what Shawn does on Saturday night. Nothing that happened that night makes a difference. It doesn't.
yeah, and you talk a lot.
The decision of the fight will not be based on that. Nobody's gonna look at that fight and say, "Oh, well, the sparring session told you that this was gonna happen." No, it's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now, like I said, but since you ain't watched the sparring, Kenny, I did notice in the later rounds, Kenny, Keith did slow down. He was moving a little bit. He started to tie up a little bit, but they attribute that because they said they was actually sparring with other people before they end up sparring with Shawn Porter.
Dante, do you think anybody would spar with Shawn Porter before they spar with somebody else before they spar with Shawn Porter? Do you really think that?
You know what? I'm just glad you clearing it up. So you saying that didn't happen?
I'm asking you the question. Do you think if we came to spar you all the way from Ohio or we came to Florida, and you know how tough this kid is, that you're gonna spar with a couple guys or one guy or anybody even one round before you spar Shawn?
I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
We didn't spar anyone else before we sparred Keith. Keith didn't spar anybody else before we sparred him. Neither one of us would be that stupid. He ain't dumb and we ain't either.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's reports that he had already sparred like 4 or 5 rounds before he sparred with Shawn. That's what they're saying in the video. They saying something like that.
They're not going to say things on the video to make themselves look bad. I'm sure they're not. So
Yeah.
the only thing that matters is what happened on the 25th.
So your response to the fans that basically say Keith Thurman, he got the better of Shawn in sparring, and that's how the fight is going to look. You completely disagree with that, obviously.
My response to all of that is I could care less.
Mm-hmm.
He could have beat the shit out of Shawn that day. I could care less.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. Wouldn't have made a difference to me. I know why I left. He know why I left. Shawn know why I left. Al Heyman know why I left. His coach know why I left. Everybody knew why I left.
What you mean why you left, Kenny? You left what? The sparring sessions? What are you talking about?
You didn't hear why we left the sparring, why we left working out with them in Florida. You didn't hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
He left because Keith kept running.
Oh well, yeah. No, I do remember you telling me that. You told me that. Yeah, I put that video up actually. You said. Well, you said he stopped showing up. You said Keith stopped showing up for sparring. He stopped showing up for the swimming.
He stopped showing up for the track workouts, the running, the swimming, the sparring sessions. And in the sparring sessions, all he did was run. We got ready for our fight. We left, went and used somebody else. And the next fight we had, which was what we were getting ready for, like 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, we won Fight of the Year. I have that plaque at home. That's what we won when we left his camp and went and worked with somebody else.
Yeah. Hey, Kenny. He said that Keith Thurman. He said he's going to use the Kell Brook blueprint, or at least he's going to take a page out of Kell Brook's book. What do you think about that?
That means he's going to do a lot of holding.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Hey, how are you?
The only thing it could mean.
How are you going to deal with that though? How are you going to deal if he does implement a whole lot of moving, holding? How are you guys going to counter that?
Well, we are with the moving. Moving is boxing. That's part of boxing. We are with the moving. Okay? As long as the holding is not excessive, then it's boxing. A hold is a hold, and a clinch is a clinch. So it's boxing. It is what it is.
Hey,
and I'm sure at some point in time, the boxing match is going to turn into a fight.
Speaking of Mexican fighters, Canelo, he said that he was interested. Well, at least Golden Boy, they putting it out there that you guys are on their list of possible next opponents. I thought it was interesting. They didn't mention Keith Thurman, but they mentioned Porter in particular. Do you think they're serious? Have they reached out to you guys at all, or what?
How much did Amir Khan get to fight him?
You know what? That's a good question. I think he got about $5 million or something like that.
I heard 7.
It could be. It's somewhere in that range.
I'll take that phone call.
You take that phone call. So, but they ain't called you yet though. But
a $7 million phone call. I'm taking that phone call.
We might as well. What about a $4 or $5 million phone call? I mean, but so you
turn it down nothing but my collar.
So I mean, which fight do you think would be more difficult comparing Thurman to Canelo for you guys?
You know what? My focus is only on Keith Thurman, so I couldn't even tell you that part of it. But our only mindset is Keith Thurman. That's it. That's all. So I haven't entertained what it would take to fight Canelo, but I do know he comes in with a big weight advantage on fight night.
Yeah, big time. Big.
Right here.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. And what about Keith Thurman saying he's going to knock out Shawn Porter?
Good luck.
Good luck.
We wish him well.
Good luck.
That's it. We wish him well.
I heard that.
We wish him well. When's the last time Keith knocked out somebody?
That's a good question, Kenny. It's been a minute. At least the last 2 fights.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Go back and look at Keith's first 10 knockouts. He was 10-0, and his opponents had lost 100 fights.
Oh wow. Wow.
10-0, and his opponents had lost 100 fights. Go look at the first time he fought an undefeated fighter when Keith was 17-0. He fought Brandon Hoskins, who was 16-0, and he beat Brandon Hoskins. If you go back and look at Brandon Hoskins' record, Brandon Hoskins was 8-0 and still fighting fighters who were having their professional debut.
Yeah.
And then you look at Brandon Hoskins. After Brandon Hoskins fought Keith Thurman, Brandon Hoskins lost 6 in a row.
That's informative. That's informative. So obviously you don't see a knockout on his part, obviously.
Well, my kid has never been knocked out. You know, there's no reason for me to ever feel like, oh, we going into a fight, we got to watch out, we got to be careful, somebody might knock us out. I don't have a guy that can handle that kind of pressure. That's never been a situation we dealt with in the amateurs or the professional ranks. You know, so it's not something that we have to deal with, you know, because we have that deficit, we have that problem. We don't have that problem, you know. If it was something we had to worry about, if I had a guy that couldn't take a punch, then, you know, I'd be concerned or whatever. And we've seen what happened when he got hit with a shot and he got put down. It's the first time he's going down to the pro, he got right back up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We get a guy that we fought one round out of the 12 that we fought. You know, obviously we want to make sure that doesn't happen, that he fights for 3 minutes of, you know, 12 rounds, you know, for the entire fight, and he doesn't have any kind of mental lapse. But, you know, it is what it is. The only thing that matters is what happens in the fight. Now, we don't look at Keith as somebody, the boy out of Florida, what's his name, that had all the knockouts?
From Florida?
Yeah.
The guy from Florida got all the knockouts.
50 knockouts. He was the welterweight champion.
Oh, you talking about an older fighter?
He's older, but he still fights.
He's an older guy.
Yeah, hold on one second. Hello?
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can't think of the guy's name. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name. But I'm just saying, we're not going against somebody as much as he would like somebody to think that he throws one punch one time and knocks somebody out. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you go back and you look at his fighting record, like I just said, you look at his first 10 fights, you know, you knock out 10 guys that lost 100 fights, you're supposed to knock out 10 guys that lost 100 fights.
Yeah.
And what happens when you start fighting guys at a higher level? The last 3 fights he had between Bundu, Guerrero, and Collazo, their ages total up to 108 years. And the last 3 fights with Shawn Porter, and Bonet, and they were 25 and 26 years of age at the time.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. That's a big difference in age of the type of guys you're fighting.
Yeah.
And you have to admit that Bundu and Collazo and Guerrero all gave him trouble.
Hey, was you talking about Randall Bailey?
Randall Bailey?
Okay. Yeah.
He's fought out of Florida. If you're talking about a guy like Randall Bailey, we want to go fight with a Randall Bailey. Yeah, we definitely want to watch out for his fight. You know? But you haven't seen Keith hitting people like that. He doesn't hit people that way. That's a hype job right there, man.
Hey, man, well, I know you busy, man. I want to say thanks for your time as always, man. And I'll catch up.
I'm not banking on nothing that happened then. If they banking on something that happened then, good luck. He said he has some microfiber tears in his neck. Is that what he said? From his car accident?
Well, I mean, I just heard reports that he was 100% now from the accident. That's all I heard him say.
But supposedly had some microfiber tears in his neck from the accident. Whatever the case may be, we breaking his neck on Saturday night.
Man.
Breaking his neck Saturday night.
Well, hey, I just want to say congrats.
Nothing that happened in 2012 matters, but Saturday night, we breaking his neck.
Yeah. And you already know, man, this is like the most significant the biggest fight, at least top 2, the biggest fight of the year. So congratulations just for being in that position.
Absolutely it is.
You
notice how quiet he got over the last week, even though he did his little video and commentated on it. I heard he commentated on it. But
Yeah.
you notice how he done got really quiet. Did you listen to the press conference?
Yeah, I listened to the press conference.
They asked him who's gonna win the fight. They asked Shawn. Shawn said Showtime. Shawn Porter. They asked him, and he said we both gonna win. Shawn said no, we not both gonna win. No, it's gonna be me. So he's already looking for an escape to say, well, I still won because I made this many $1 million on fight night, so I'm still a winner. And your boy one time Thurman, he gonna still do what he do. Yeah, well, guess what? There's only gonna be one winner on fight night. That's it. Not gonna be 2 guys winning. There's only gonna be one. Even though that's what he said. And the week before that, he said, if I lose, I still win. Come on, man. You don't lose and still win.
Did he actually say that?
Yeah, he said something like that. And then he come back and said, if I win 7 out of the 12, I still win.
Yeah, I did hear him say that. And I thought...
I got to take this other call.
Go ahead, man.
Porter.
All right. Talk to you later, Kenny. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
To Coachella Valley, man. Everybody back at home. Y'all better get ready, man. When I come back, we're going to celebrate. Thank you.
All right, okay, Tim, right here, please.
Come on, Tim.
When you're ready.
What's up, Fred?
You ready for Dante's boxing?
My man.
I got this on video, Tim. I'm putting it up.
I swear, man.
I wish I would have got when he did it the last time.